Stop, Josh. Go home. Seriously.
Bar Rescue is an American reality television series that airs on Paramount Network. It stars Jon Taffer, a longtime food and beverage industry consultant specializing in nightclubs, bars, and pubs, who offers his professional expertise plus renovations and equipment to desperately failing bars in order to save them from closing. Jon helps in transforming a struggling bar into a profitable business, utilizing his expertise as a nightlife consultant who has started, owned, or flipped more than 600 bars and clubs during his tenure. From the size of the perfect pour to the bass of the music, Jon knows everything you need to know about a successful bar. Changing someone else's business isn't an easy task and requires an insane amount of patience, and to top it off, not all bar owners are as accommodating. In today's video, we are going to show you 8 crazy owners ever featured on Bar Rescue, so stay tuned. Kathy and Amanda Speakeasy Bar and Grill. Speakeasy Bar, situated in Kenner, Louisiana, was co-owned by husband and wife Amanda and Keith Blackie. They purchased the bar in 2015, and Amanda didn't act like an owner. She was seen twerking all over the bar on the episode, and the kitchen was a filthy mess. The Bar Rescue team arrived, and there was spoiled food seen everywhere. Speakeasy was $250,000 in debt, losing about $5,000 a month, and they were quickly accumulating more debt every month. The owner lived an absolute life of a party by being drunk all the time, with Amanda dancing around as if she were a bartender instead of managing the place.
Speakeasy's got about $250,000 worth of debt. It's more than my house.
Tracy, Pirates Tavern. Pirates Tavern in Silver Spring, Maryland was featured in the second season of Bar Rescue. The owner of this pirate-themed bar was drowning in a depth and was ready to let the ship sink. The owner, Tracy, was extremely delusional about the theme of her bar, and even when Jon tried to explain the reality, she wasn't willing to accept her mistake. Even after arguing with Jon, she did not accept her mistake, which ended up with Jon and her cook having an altercation in the bar and Jon giving up at the end. Karen, the O-Face Bar. Karen is the co-owner of the O-Face Bar in Council Bluffs, Iowa. This is the second out of the 3 Omaha areas Bar Rescue that aired in season 4. The episode was called Punch Drunk and the trailer trashed, and it consisted of Jon trying to help a feuding and dysfunctional family. Even when the business fell apart around her, Karen maintained her seat at the bar with her belt beside her, which she kept ringing to keep the drinks coming.
A lot of times, Karen, she'll want a drink, she'll sit there and ding, 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 until somebody comes.
Donna Chillines. Donna with her husband Scott are the owners of Chillins, previously named Chillines in 17, which was a bar in the Black Canyon City, Arizona. Their business was a complete mess with good football but extreme subpar services, and to top it off, they were not doing any of their taxes. Jon walked in and called out Donna's careless behavior and her binge drinking habit, because of which she could barely pay attention to what was happening in the bar. In the episode, Jon kept an eye on Donna with the help of the secret cameras and counted the shots that she took, and it turned out to be a whopping 16 drinks. Ed, the Dugout Bar. The Dugout Bar in Chicago, Illinois is very close to the Wrigley Field, which is where the Chicago Cubs play. The Dugout Bar owners had dug himself in mounds of debt and was supposedly losing $30,000 to $40,000 each half season. The owner, Ed, didn't take much interest in his business. According to Jon, he wouldn't talk to his employees or his customers either, and because of this, his employees had to free him with whatever they were doing and they wanted to do. This ended up with the bar having terrible service, flies everywhere, and extremely terrible food. Steve, Headhunters. Headhunters is a rock bar in Austin, Texas. Jon had many issues with this bar, but the biggest issue he had was with the owner, Steve Ritchie, who hadn't paid his staff in months. There were cockroaches everywhere inside the bottles and the cash register, even on the floor. The one thing that made Jon more upset than the roaches was the owner's attitude towards the problem. He acted oblivious and didn't accept the fact that the bugs were a health hazard. Jon had a heated altercation with the owner, which led to Jon saying that this was the worst bar that he'd ever seen. That's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.